praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakam, double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Church of Great Millstone, and shalom to the sincere and hopeful elect that's prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine about the times we're in the head for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Alright? We out here once again, presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, prophesying, and to bid those into the marriage. Right? So the brother man, is going into the 3 young children and the prayers. And that's also to where we might have to be put in those predicaments. Because right now we're in a furnace of adversity, to shed away all the, the old man and, constantly learning and growing. But the 3 holy children, they actually was in it physically, they actually was in a little furnace, so, and Azariah, he actually started praying in the furnace, in the midst of the fire. Like the scriptures say, I believe in Surah, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. And that's what happened, to where he even put the flames higher, So that's also a faith booster within itself. Because we see how the Lord came and delivered his men that truly believed on him unto death. That's divine intervention right there. Why? Because the Lord had to intervene.
To get into the whole gist of the matter, while these brothers were thrown into that fiery furnace, man. Like the brother mentioned, it said, be faithful down to death and you'll receive a crown. And it's the reason, those brothers was faithful to the point of death, man. But they was actually faced with it to the point where it's no getting out of this, man. You gotta pick a truth, you gotta pick a side and ride for it. Which a lot of you Negroes today can't do that, man. Because you all over the place. But these men, and then right now we're going to use the names Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego because those were their Babylonian names. They had Hebrew names, man. Alright? The same thing that goes on right now. Before you come into this truth, you have a Babylonian name, man. A so-called American name. Then you come back into the truth. But these guys, they already knew that they was Hebrew Israelites. So they had their Israelite names. But the Nebuchadnezzar changed it. So these 3 men represent the elect at their time, man. Being put into that fire of adversity. Which right now, it ain't even, you in the fire right now, but it's about to get turned up. To the 10th power, man. To the power you never saw. Matter of fact, we about to read about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? That has nothing on what you're about to go through now in this time of truth. And they was in some shit. So imagine how much more now, man.
It's like 7 children. All the calamities and torture they had to suffer. This is Daniel chapter 3, verse 23. It says, and these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst?
Matter of fact, let's go back to chapter 2. Because that's getting into, well, that's good, but that's getting into when I'm trying to get to the point.
Nah, it's still in 3. You talking about when they were down?
Yeah, God.
That's it, yeah, it's in the same chapter. Okay, this is Daniel chapter 3 and verse. Okay, this is point 10. Verse 1, Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs,
See that? So
and all the rulers of the provinces.
see that? So Nebuchadnezzar, he put his God together, man. That's why the scriptures tell you about all these other different gods, man. You know? He's the God of gods. He's the power of powers. So Nebuchadnezzar built this big ass statue in front of the people, what they used to do, so they figured the bigger the better, man. Which your eyes can see, like, yo, you know what, we gonna build this big ass monument and the people gonna fear it. They gonna bow down and worship it. While I'm the king, I can do what I wanna do, man. You know? And notice this is Babylon that this happened in. And where we at right now, we're in the daughter of Babylon, man. You know? So all these things are happening all over again. What? You got out there in over there in what's that, man? Las Vegas. They got the same statue that's depicted in Daniel, if I'm not mistaken, the 12th chapter. If I'm not mistaken. With the head of gold, you know, the body of silver, the waist of bronze and all that.
Second chapter.
Yeah, cut the second chapter. So they got that same image right here in the daughter of Babylon. Which happened what? That statue was first created in what? The first Babylon. Ancient Babylon, man. That's how you know we in the same place. And this king, Nebuchadnezzar, he built up this statue, this idol that he wanted everybody to worship. And guess what? The Israelites was in that community, man.
Mike, what's up,
The
bro?
same way, what's up? The same way that we in this community right now, man. There's nothing new under the sun. The same way we was back then, the same way we here, and we in the same spirit that we was back then, man. And if you really want to get deep into it, you can go into reincarnation. You know?
Nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
Yo, and there's a calf or a bull or whatever in New York.
Oh,
A
come.
big ass,
The Rothschild.
yeah.
Right.
What's his face will go off?
All right, it says, and all the rulers of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up.
See that? There go the image, man. The image of what? That beast. Which, you know, when you go into the beast, that's the Roman Empire, because they was beasts. The Babylonians were beasts as well, man. You know? Because they had the, and where you think Rome got that concept from? Everybody has to follow this, that. Now, America, you look at right now with the society that we're in, they want one world government. one world money, one world religion. So that means you all have to serve the same things. Where do you think they got that from? Where do you think they got that concept from, man? Because they're all in agreement with each other, man. This whole globe is in cahoots to try to get rid of the children of Israel, man. To try to wipe us off the face of the planet, but it's never going to happen.
That's why you got something called the Treaty of Rome. That's to get all the governments together.
That's right. I got to switch my because they're imagining a vain thing, man. You know?
No, and it's sad. The counselors, the judges, you got that show there. So even now, with the whole the chip, everybody got to take it. Because the scriptures say, free or bond, rich and poor. So, like you said, it's everywhere.
And yo, what it say? Yo, they bringing everybody together at the table. But this is even going back into the Tower of Babel. They wanted everybody to be all speak the same language. They wanted everybody on one accord to try to build that temple up into the heavens. But the Lord chopped it down, so if he did it back then, how much more now? He's not a man that he can lie. But this is Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. You know? So that's what they're doing now. And the same thing they did back then. And Nebuchadnezzar, he knew about Yahweh, man. He knew about the God of the Israelites. And his little the people that was underneath him, they was the ones that was really like Mordecai and Haman. They knew Mordecai was an Israelite and all that, but the heathens hated him so much because of who he was. They was trying to plot on how to get him up out of there, because he was a king's advisor, man. You know, he advised kings the same way with Joshua. What he do? He was a king's advisor. Without the Israelites, wouldn't nothing around you be functioning right now, man.
Shit, even Joseph during Egypt.
God, that's what I said, man. That's what I meant, Joseph.
Slap.
So, slip
Right
with a
there.
tongue.
Nah,
Yeah, slap.
I thought I should have figured you meant that.
Yeah,
But yo,
slap.
because
Yeah,
if it wasn't,
Joseph.
if he wasn't, then they would have fell into that trap.
Yeah, yup. And yo, that's right. That's right. Because without Joshua, Salak, keep saying Joshua. Without Joseph, they would, like the brother said, they would have fell into the drought because they didn't know what the dream meant, man. And Joseph was given the ability to be able to determine dreams, man, to read them. Why? Because that's our Father, man. Abba Nawa Yahweh, man. He belongs to us and we belong to him. That's what makes him possessive. Abba Nawa. Yahweh is possessive, man. Our Father, man. Not you other heathens' fathers, man. You don't have no father. That's why you are considered bastards.
Yeah, that's right.
You're fatherless. And there's no salvation for you. There's no hope. There's nothing for you, man. Nothing but slavery and to serve us, man. You know? Let's get back to that. That's the point I want to make. This is how much the Lord loves us. And the reason, y'all, the Spirit got this coming out because of the times that we about to go through, man. We about to go through that fire. And the Lord wants to see. The Lord wants to see his image in you, man. Because we are likened in his image. The rest of these people out here right now, that's not the elect. Or the 1/3, the Lord don't see his image in them. They're not even trying.
It says, verse 3, then the princes of the Slakia. Then the princes, the governors, and captains. Slakia, I read that one. Verse 4. Then and heard a herald cry aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, how you pronounce it? Dolchana, and all kinds of music, ye fell down and worshipped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
So that's whenever they started playing their music, when it was time to come to pray, when you heard, matter of fact, prime example, just like now, when they have mass, what they do, they ring that bell. Dong, 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 dong. And the people know, yo, it's time to come to the church and get things in order, man. Come to serve their Lord. So where you think they got that out there from? Right here in the scriptures from ancient Babylon. Because you're living in the daughter of Babylon. AKA America, man. AKA Sodom and Egypt. AKA a piece of shit. You know? So they played the, and yo, when just like us, man, we blow out the ram's horn for certain occasions. We blow the ram's horn for the Passover and events and things like that. The first fruits and all our ways to serve our power, to serve Abanawa Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So they do the same thing to serve their gods, man. But we were in captivity underneath of those people. So now they made a decree because they were so wicked. Now everybody that lived in that region had to serve their gods, man. And if you didn't serve their gods, they was going to put you to death. The same way that's going to happen right now here in ancient, in modern day Babylon. Because it's nothing new under the sun. And these men, they had to go through it, but guess what? They passed the test. Even in the sight of death, man. And that's the whole point. Because you got a lot of good talkers out there. Can run game. But when it comes down time to play the game, are you really about that? You know? So they play all these instruments, getting people prepared. Oh shit, so when you hear that, you know what time it is to come go down to the synagogue or whatever. Just like the Muslims over there in Iran and all that, Iraq, or Mecca. And they pray 5 times a day. So I'm pretty sure they play a certain tune, or somebody comes out there and they say that, all that bullshit, and then them niggas come and bow down to the fucking cobblestone, man. But they send out a song or something to let you know it's time to come pray to their God. And everybody has to be in one accord. The same thing they did in ancient Babylon, which we're reading right now. And yo, guess what? They did the same thing with Daniel. That's why Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, cast in there, because he was found worshiping Yahweh, man. By Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Echad, man. And the king took a liking to Daniel, man. That's how you know we're not respecters of persons. We're not respecters of these other nations' gods. Because what power is in them? What power do they really have, man? Do they have the power to give life? Do they have the power to give death? Do they have the power to raise you up from the death? Do they have the power to give you salvation? There's no power in these gods, man. The only power that's in them is what you put into them. The same as you put into the dollar bill, man.
Verse 4, then
good.
Salaki.
You should wear one, but these niggas ain't got. They ain't got no
Go like
masks
this.
on.
Verse 5. That at what time ye hear the sound. No, I read that. Here we go. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
Dang.
Verse 7. Therefore, at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, poetry, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the language fell down and worshipped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
See, and that's proof that it was more than one nation living in ancient Babylon. It wasn't, they was known as Babylonians. Why? Because of their customs, their traditions. Because they followed the ways of the Babylonians, man. You know? But you had, that's why I said nations. Different tongues that was in that actual region of the world at that time. Because what? Why do you think Daniel was there? And yo, the Lord used Babylon as a, hey, that's Esau. They're his sword. They're his correction when we go off. And a lot of kings was going off. That's why Daniel prophesied against a lot of kings, you know? And they was taken into exile. Matter of fact, you can go into Jeremiah, man. Ezekiel. Whenever the kings went off, he was taken into exile to who? Babylon. And that was that head of gold, and they lasted. That was the longest lasting Edomite kingdom on the face of the planet to this day, man. Anything after that, it got shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter, man. So right now, where we at the feet where the Edomites are ruling again. And their time is super short right now. But the Babylonians had the longest reign on the planet to this day. Why do you think Esau, they want to emulate Babylon? That's why this place is known as the daughter of Babylon, Mystery Babylon. And everybody like to wear the crosses. Oh, I got my Jesus piece on. You don't even understand what that means. And you don't even know where it goes back to. It goes, all these things go way back to ancient Babylon, man. And you can look it up for yourself if you think we lying. And it's actual pictures with Nebuchadnezzar with earrings on with the cross in his earrings, man. His earrings was the cross. But you believe everything you hear, man. And what? If you didn't worship their God, what they was going to do? Put you to death. If you don't get the jab, if you don't get the RFID microchip, what they going to do? Put you to death, man. Because why? That's all Esau has. That's his only tactic. If you don't do it, I'll say I'll put you to death. That's why the scriptures tell you, fear not the man that can kill the body. Because after that, what can he do? It tells you, fear the man that can kill the body and soul. Right here in hell, man. Right here in hell. But they got y'all so brainwashed and all that, man, that all you fear is him because of the things that he gives you. And they have nothing on what the Lord has to offer you, man. You have no idea what the Lord has for you, man. And I'm talking to you Israelites, man. You have no idea what the Lord really has to offer to you. Because you so, your head is so stuck up your oppressors' asses, man. You men have become weak. You men have become women, man. Effeminate ass men, man. And you gonna get G checked on that. By Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Shemachak with Das, man. And it ain't too much longer. Because the first thing happened, y'all run to these damn crackers for everything, man. And that's a part of the curses, but where the hell is your faith? And that's what the Lord is looking for right now. Faith. If you don't got faith right now, how are you going to have faith in the time of Jacob's trouble?
Verse 8, wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews.
See that? Oh man.
They
They always accuse us. We're always the one, we're always the blame.
That's why he's considered as the accuser.
That's right, yo. Damn.
I'm gonna get that.
Cunt, that's yo, hey man, that's beautiful.
Because
That's right, yo, cunt.
because that's just like when bringing up Daniel again, when he's Bel the dragon, when they were trying to accuse Daniel, but Daniel flipped it on him. He used like Paul said, through craftiness I caught you a guide. So Daniel was being crafty. That's when he caught him slipping.
Why the brothers getting that, that's the truth, man. Because anything that happens in this society, why do you think they say, yo, vax the blacks?
Yeah.
They told you vax the blacks, and y'all dumbass niggas ran right down there to get the fucking jab to your enemy, man. And when you niggas start dying, I ain't gonna have no sympathy for you, man. Because niggas, yo, you gotta get the jab. Why? Because I said so. But you still gotta wear your mask. You niggas is fucking retarded, man. Because you trusting your enemy. And yo, even back then, because y'all niggas that's right here now, y'all was back there, yo, Nebuchadnezzar said we gotta worship this God, we got to be down there when the bell rings and all that. And you niggas probably was the first ones down there, man. And when it talks about the Jews that they are accusing, they was the ones like, nope, I'm not going for that shit. I serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Rachab Dash.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12. I'm going to start at 9. The point is at 10. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. It said that old serpent.
Right.
Like the brothers mentioned. Because even when it said they exercised the whole, the first beast, if I'm not mistaken. Because, 13. Because they exercised that same power. You know? So it says that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him.
Yo, see that? Read that one more time, because yo, that this scripture keeps coming out, man. You know?
It says, Revelation 12 and 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world.
See that? And that's going into the Roman Empire also, Esau. You know? Because while Esau deceived the whole world, how else? Because yo, even going back then, they deceived the people. Going into the Greek Empire, because you had people growing up in Greece that, yo, they was Israelites, but they thought that they were Greeks. So they were deceived by the Greeks. You had people growing up in Rome that thought they was Roman, but they was actually Israelites. That's why the Lord sent his men and told them which places to go to search out these people. Look at Timotheus, man. Look at Timotheus. His father was a Greek, but his mother was an Israelite, a Jewish, what they call it, a Jewish, right? Meaning she knew that she was an Israelite and she followed the traditions and customs of her people. But her husband was an Israelite that thought that he was a Greek, man. Because why else would the Lord send his men to come to a man that whose son, whose father is a Greek, that would make his son a Greek, man, or a heathen. And that's why you got to go into the Hellenistic, the Hellenists, you know, the Hellenistic ages, era, man, which goes into what? The Gentiles, man, because there's two types of Gentiles. Because people don't like to look up words or look into anything. They just look at things for face value. Oh, it says this year, that's it. That's what I was taught. I'm believing that. You can't tell me nothing. This is my God. So guess what? Go pray to your God and see what happens. Because, yo, when we go and get into it, yo, these brothers, these three holy children, they prayed into Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and see how they got delivered in the midst of fire, man. How many of your gods ever saved you from anything, man? How many gods in the Quran, matter of fact, how many instances in the Quran that any Muslim gets saved from fucking fire, man? None of them. Because it's a false book. How many Muslims got swallowed up by your well and spit out? None of them. Because their God is false, man. And that's how bad the Lord is, because he's showing you, yo, I believe that man was a heathen. He got swallowed up by a whale, man. And spit out and lived to tell about it. Come on, man. Niggas is playing, man. Your time is real short. You don't even know it, man. Because the Lord's about to strike this place. And if you don't repent, all you niggas going to die.
Good. Says he was cast out into the earth and his angels cast out with him. Verse 10. And I heard about Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice said in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointing, Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
Yo, you go back in the Daniel. Because when we are in Daniel, what it said they accused the Jews, man. So now that accuser of us is going to be cast out. Just like, yo, you got men that get locked up innocent in Babylon, man. Israelites. Oh, he raped the girl. It's a Edomite woman got raped back in the day. This is that. It's a Jake around. Yo, he gets blamed for it and cast into prison. And most of the time, a lot of them was put to death. You know? It's like the scriptures say, whose oppressors slay them and claim and hold themselves not guilty, man. You know? Why you think all these cops is getting away with shooting you niggas and getting off with it? And y'all niggas get emotional. Why? Because you don't understand prophecy, man. You don't understand the punishments that you win. Y'all ready to arm up and go do something. March and all that. Look at the law. You know? He probably ready to give out the jab right now. But they don't understand our judgment. Because we've always been falsely accused. And a lot of you niggas, that was your judgment from the Lord, man.
Hey, shit, look at the incident with Neville.
Yeah, yo, huh?
You know, when he started that whole fire or whatever.
Yup.
You know who he accused? The so-called Christians, which were the Jews at the time.
Yo, and even back up some more, brother. Going into yo, right now in this time, they blame the Muslims over there, the Iranians, Iraqians for 9/11, Bin Laden. You know, oh, we're at a war against terror. They knocked down our shit. They always accusing somebody of something, but they're never to be to blame, man.
Right.
You know, and that's why their shame is being uncovered right now, man. You know. What you got, bro?
of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty,
That's right.
and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich,
That's right.
and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's right. So why you think that, okay, they'll put us to death in their kingdom, in their society, but they won't let us go back and serve our Lord, Yahweh. They'll let us serve their lords all day, every day, man. You don't see the problem with that?
And you can worship whatever you want.
Cunt.
You have a mosque, a watchtower, and a Christian church all on the same block.
That's right.
That's confusion.
That's right. That's right. Why? Because they're the gods of the society, man. These gods ain't going to save you from shit. They keeping you oppressed, man. They furthermore keeping you oppressed. That's why they like, oh yeah, in America you can serve any god you want, just as long as you serve God. How retarded does that sound? And then you niggas tell me it's only one God. I can't tell in here, man. So once you turn back into the truth, into your true heritage and all that, now you become public enemy number one. Why? Because you know who you are, man. You know who your power is, and you turn back to this book, which is your heritage, man. Because they know he's coming back. That's why they keep trying to hide it. Now the Biden administration, why do you think they want to come at the Israelites so much? They ain't say shit about a Muslim. We gotta get those doomsday prophets off the street. They ain't say we gotta shut down the churches and the masjids. They ain't say nothing about that. Which we're reading right here in Daniel, man. They told you gotta come worship their gods. As long as you in God line with their powers, their gods, you're cool, man. You cool. You have nothing to worry about. You can get all the kickbacks of this society, all the kickbacks of this government. You can have the biggest congregation on the face of this earth. Why? Because you feeding them lies, man. And that's all niggas like is lies. Don't none of you niggas tell the truth. You lie to your goddamn children when you talk about these holidays, man.
Yep.
And all you say, oh, it's for the children. But you grew up knowing it's a lie. But you know it's a lie. What you supposed to do to the children? Teach them that it's a lie.
That's right. Now you sacrifice it.
That's right.
Because the God, when you say God, that's nothing but a title. Like president. That's a title for an entity. Right? Just like how people, their bodies are nothing but a shell for a spirit. But what spirit? You see? And what God are they praying to? Because yo, we gods. But we ain't fucking worshiping each other. You know? It's just a power. Who is your power? Esau? Your money? Because even the money says, in God we trust. Go figure. So what God do they trust? Because that's referring to the money. Because people, they don't got no faith when there's no money around. Oh, I'm broke, oh help me, all you hear is weeping and moaning. Because you don't got paper. That just goes to show. No? Because the scripture says it's an easy thing for a God to make a man. So, showing you who's in control. Yeah, I know. So this is Daniel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, they spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound, the sound of the cornets, I'm going into it again, flute, harp, sackbut, upholstery, and dope chiming, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image, and whoso falleth not down furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy God, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage, fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought them these men before the king.
And see that right there? The king got mad in his rage, man. He got mad in his rage. Why? Because he didn't even dig like, yo, their God really set me up to rule over this place, man. You know? So the Lord had what? The Lord had this man in derision to where he really thought that he was in control of something. He wasn't in control of anything, man. You know? The Lord set him up to do what? To show his power, which we're about to get into. You know? Because you want to call, yo, bring them to me. You know? And you had the furnace set up and all that. But that furnace did what? That furnace took out your men. It ain't take out the men that you intended for it to take out.
Yeah, right?
That's why the scriptures tell you, fear none of those things which they imagine, man. Fear none of those things.
They died by their own keys of lives.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that king was hot, man. He's like, yo, you ain't gonna serve my God and I'm running this shit. Who the hell you think you are? You living on my land, which he didn't understand. You know, while the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, so at that time was their time to rule, man. And that little set that they had, because the Lord divided the earth, man. He gave people their own lands. But he allowed the Babylonians to expand. Why? Because of our wickedness. We still was able to practice our traditions and customs in our land in certain places. But now it got to the point where they was like, nope, y'all can't even do that no more. Because they know how powerful Abanawa Yahweh is, man. His name rung bells, man. And it still do, and it should. His name rings bells amongst his men, man. So the rest of these people, it don't ring bells, but it soon will. And all you niggas gonna be scared to death. Defecating yourselves, man. Want to have a heart attack, drop dead. Out of the fear of everything that's coming to this place. And it ain't too much longer that's gonna happen, man. Because the Lord is getting tired of this place. And you got, yo, the same thing back then. With the king, with King Nebuchadnezzar. He thought that he controls everything. Now look, Joe Biden, he does the same thing. Because he's the king of America. He's the king of Babylon right now. And even with him, man, he is smitten with madness, man. That dude is smitten with madness. He don't even know what he's talking about. And this is the guy that you niggas voted for? Trump made more sense than that nigga.
Yo, he sure did. Trump said that nigga don't even know he's alive.
Exactly. He made more sense than that nigga, but y'all was so hell-bent on getting Trump out of here. When Trump told y'all niggas the truth, man.
Run that back to the company.
Trump told y'all dumbass niggas the truth, man. He still was a devil, but he let you know, man. Biden, yo, you're not black, and you dumbass niggas fell for that.
I guess who's more dumb than that?
Stupid ass niggas, man. That's why the Lord has come back. That's why, yo, you starting to see all these chariot sightings and all that, man. I don't want to get ahead of myself, man.
I gotta put some
Bring it out, bro.
Here's the book of St. Luke, chapter 21, verse 26. Men's hearts failing them
That's right.
for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth,
That's right.
for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. I gotta read this again.
Powers of heaven shall be shaken. And who are the powers right now? You goddamn Edomites, man. You bring that back, bro.
St. Luke chapter 21, verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and what, if I may, what fear? Why would they be in fear? You know what I'm saying? Yo, people are scared when they go to the courthouse off of a small sentence. You know?
I ain't even going to lie. When
The
I was in the
prophet-
world, I used to be like that. I used to be like that. I used to be, bitch. Damn, man. I ain't trying to get locked up. And I'm thinking about, like, you know, so I was, hey, man, I had the butterflies and all that.
I mean, nobody wants to be locked up in a cage.
Yeah, cunt.
You know what I'm saying?
Cunt.
But that's just a small. I only say that to say this. That's a small scale compared to what you really need to be. No more water, no more food. You know, people just ride, ambushing each other. Cake in feet, so whatever criticize running at you. You know, running into your doors, raping your women, your children. You know, with no remorse. And that's just the people. So imagine the troops thrown in the FEMA camps, tortured. These things are coming. These are prophecies. You know? So that's why I said.
Then, to back you up, then since y'all like living lawless, you Israelites, you don't like to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. You like to live lawless. So the Lord, this is already a lawless society, man. These people that you worship are these people that have you oppressed. They're lawless, man. They have no laws. So they run around and do whatever the hell they want. So since you want to follow the rules of them, when this place turns into a lawless society, you're going to be taken out in it, man.
Yep.
You don't like laws? Well, the Lord is going to give you just what you ask for. To consume you, dumbass.
So I'm going to jump back, Daniel 3 and 14. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, broaching, and dog chiming, and all kinds of music, ye fell down and worshipped the image which I had made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast. Ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands?
See that? Yo, and that was the part of him. Now let's fast forward to now. Now let's fast forward to now, because what was written aforetime is for our learn and for our understanding. And guess what? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego at that time was hated for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua sake. They was hated because they wasn't serving the God of my hands. That
Yo,
nigga was fucking crazy, man. He said, who will deliver you out of my hands?
Like he was a god.
Like he was over Yahweh. Like you over Yahweh, man. And he created you. He is the one that put you in the seat that you sit in.
No, not really bad.
That's right.
He had when he was going into the statue. He was telling me, yo, the pump that had a
God
gold.
is kidding, yo. Yo, and then he even did it on some cool shit.
Yeah, that's
Yo, King reign forever. This, that. On some giving him his props, stroking his ego, but then let him know. Then he tore his ass down. Well, this is what the statue means, King. Shut him down. Shut him down. Because Nebuchadnezzar, guess what? That nigga right back at you.
But yo, that's what boosted his pride too.
Yo, God.
Hearing that.
That's right. Yup,
Yo,
yup.
you the gold,
Yup.
you know, he was, he,
Chest was like this.
yeah, yeah. But see, you can't, the Lord is not mocked.
That's right.
The scripture said the Lord is not mocked. And I'm going to read this scripture. Book of Judges, chapter 10, verse 14. Go and go unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of tribulation.
That's
Because what kind of havoc can you bring on somebody that the Lord can't bring on? So they were saved out of fire. That's an element that could fucking fire could be water. You can't quench that. If the whole city is burning, who's gonna be able to quench it? You can't take away that element. And then it spreads. The Lord could just make your ass starve. And that's nothing. Don't Nebuchadnezzar had to eat food? Who created the earth? No.
I got a swift one real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 43. I'm going to start at verse number 11. It says, I am Yahweh, and besides me there is no Savior. I have declared and have saved, and I have shewed when there was no strange God among you. Therefore ye are my witnesses, saith Yahweh, that I am power. Yeah, before the day was I, Salakia. Yeah, before the day was I am he. And there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it? Thus saith Yahweh, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, for your sake, I have sent to Babylon and have brought down their nobles and Chaldeans, whose cry is in the ships. Trying to scream over us, man. You know? Some fucking sandwich. He gonna wish he had that sandwich in that time when he's starving. Because this the real food right here. What you trying to scream over. That sandwich ain't gonna save your fucking ass, man.
You're gonna be made into a fucking sandwich.
That's right. Niggas is crazy out here, man.
Yo, and that's heavy what you read. He said that side of God in the ships.
That's right.
Yo, cause how at the ancient times there was no like automobiles or airplanes.
That's right.
So when we was in captivity, and it said the Lord sent us to Babylon.
That's right.
sell Bibles in Barnes and Noble. They should be giving it out. Cause that goes to show you the same spirit is here. Cause that's why the Lord Yahweh Shai got mad. Cause they were making merchandise of the word.
I mean, with them selling Bibles, now a lot of people they're not going to buy it because you got these people that buy Bibles, open it up to their favorite scripture and put it on the shelf, and that shit sits there, and they think that that's protected. That's the only thing you know in the Bible is where you got it on.
Grandma's house.
Yeah, saying that Bible dusty as fuck.
That shit been on the same
Coming
page.
in like all the dust fly off of it and shit.
Can't
You know what I'm
even
saying?
get that
Yeah, cut it, man. So man, so
Yo, and then you got grandma that be like, oh, I'm religious. She'll go to church. Yo, my grandmother will go to church. And would never leave the Bible.
wow. Yo, you know what's crazy about that? You said that, bro? When I went to go get my transcripts earlier today, I went to Subway and shit. I don't know if dude was a Jake or either, but I just heard him say he was talking to his coworker. And I guess they was talking about church. But I know his coworker was definitely a heathen. But he was like, man, I ain't been to church in so long. If I walk through the door, I might burst in flames.
Wow.
That's how retarded you people are, man. Because the Lord don't dwell in temples made by hands. We are the church. Wherever 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, that's where he's going to show his presence, man. And these buildings that you talk about that you might burst into flames from, it's a bunch of homosexuals and abominations and a whole bunch of blasphemy going on in those buildings, man. And adultery as well.
Yeah. What did Yahweh Shai call them harlot houses?
That's right. And you got the damn women running those churches. And I was just meditating that yesterday. When I was at work on the plane, I'm looking around because it's Sunday, and I'm thinking back to when I was a child. Like, damn, man, you know, we used to go to church, come home, you know what I'm saying, eat a nice little meal, maybe go back to church, come back, watch some TV, discuss a little this, that, family time, you know, and then back into the week, you know? When the whole time we was being taught bullshit. If we was taught anything at all, we wasn't taught anything in them churches, man. You know, bro.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahweh, of things not seen as yet, moved with fear,
Right.
prepared an ark to the saving of his house,
Right.
by the which he condemned the world
Right.
and became hearer of the righteousness which is by faith.
Yeah.
It said, being warned of God of things not seen. So we telling you right now of things that's coming that have not been seen yet. Why do you think America is referred to as the virgin daughter?
That's right.
Because America never really been touched
No.
and been through hardcore calamities as the Middle East, right? So it's referred to as a daughter, a virgin, tender, delicate.
Yup.
You know, the city that flow with milk and honey.
Yup.
Like everybody want to come over here, right? But what we're telling you that this place is gonna be a deserted land. It's gonna be a deserted land, destroyed, utterly destroyed
Right.
by thermonuclear fire.
Right.
And those warheads that shall come out of those nuclear warhead missiles, you know. So it's gonna be nothing but a desert and the desert-like creatures.
That's right.
You know, you see what happened recently with the plague of the mice
Yo,
that
that's
we
right.
saw
That's right.
destroying the crops. That's in America, man. It's gonna be nothing but scorpions and vultures and demon-like creatures. No man shall ever inherit this land again.
Right.
You know?
Yo, and to back you up, brother, like you said, these people, they have never saw those things. So it's certain, I remember watching the news with people, right? When they was doing all the rioting and this and that, they was like, man, it's starting to look like a third world country. Because they never thought those things would come to the soil, man. Just like they never thought. And yo, and even then, even with 9/11, man, that still was an inside job, so no foreigners did that shit. Your own Government did that shit to you. So technically, you're still a virgin to the rest of this world, man.
Good point.
But your fucking cherry is about to get popped, man.
Hey, and they only did that to pass the Patriot Act.
That's right. And
So
yo,
it could be more of a police state.
that's right. And when a woman's cherry get popped, what happens? It's a lot of bloodshed. So when America's cherry get popped, it's going to be a lot of bloodshed here, man.
That's right.
And rightfully so. For wicked ass niggas, man. Lord ain't playing with you niggas. But the back to brother up, this is Psalms. Chapter 34, starting at verse 1.
Good.
It says, I will bless Yahweh at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in Yahweh. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify Yahweh with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought Yahweh, and he heard me, and delivered me from all fears. They looked upon him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and Yahweh heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. You know? So that's all we gotta do is turn to him, man. Where y'all said this poor man, and who are the poor in this society? Our people. I don't care how much money you think you got. Nigga, you don't got no money, man. I don't care how many millions you think you got. Nigga, that ain't money.
Runs out.
Niggas running around looking at 50 cents, Jay-Z's, niggas like that. Don't you, if you really want to know who got the real money, look at who their employer is, man. Who's paying them? That's how shallow-minded you niggas is, man. You know?
Even amongst niggas.
Huh.
Like you got, like the big things in them,
Yup,
right? That sign artists.
yup,
And then they get big, then they sacrifice.
yup, that's right.
And now you taking their money.
That's right, huh? Because all they do for real, they be like they oppressing. You know?
Yeah, they learn their work, they learn their ways.
And yo, that was the wrong chapter. Salaki.
I mean, that's still a good.
Yeah, come. Because yo, what you said, this should go right now, man. With that.
Yo, and they mock, and you know they had to mock and scoff at Noah.
Come here, bro.
For all those times, him being by himself too,
Come.
at that, with just his family, his woman. But they wasn't out there with him while he was, you know.
Come.
So he was there, standing bold,
That's right.
telling them, you know they was mocking him. Oh, look at this crazy nigga standing there by himself, talking about waters coming through the sky.
Yup.
We telling you, fire's gonna come from the sky.
They never saw that yet.
You ain't never seen. You only seen it in movies.
That's right.
The Hollywood, the movie theaters and shit like that. But to see it, I seen it in my dreams. I seen it in my dreams. I had a dream once, and I didn't even. This is all the spirit, right? And in the dream, I was crying to everybody, look up. In the dream, I saw missiles, and over there, I was crying for them. I remember. And they all. I felt like I was invisible, because I was telling them no, and they wouldn't even look at me. And to the point where I just stopped. Niggas never seen a missile hit a big ass building like that. Boom! Those are gonna be the real fireworks.
That's right. Right. No, that's right, man. That's right.
That's when you're gonna look up and be like, oh shit. They were telling the truth the whole time. Cause just like when they saw it start to rain, that's when they wanted to go into the ark. But the Lord had to shut that shit, man. None of y'all niggas is coming in. Y'all try to play my mans, and you think I'm gonna allow him to let you in? Hell no.
That's right.
You and your family's gonna eat a nice one.
That's right.
Since y'all was mocking him, yo, for hundreds of years.
Right. Right.
Not hundreds, but 30 plus? That's, that, man, we are out, me and the brother only been out here for less than 10 years. We tired of telling these niggas. And it's 2 of us, it's more of us. Huh? And that's like 30 seconds compared to no. But it said by his faith, man. By his faith. Because you're gonna have men that never saw the proselytes come in at the 11th hour, and they may be saved by their faith. What it says, 7,000 miles per hour. It's talking about Nebuchadnezzar. Scripture doesn't say 7,000 miles per hour. No. So that's heavy. Oh, but you kept coming back. Reincarnation. This is Isaiah chapter 34. That's a real heavy chapter. That goes into prophecy. So Isaiah 34:1.
Just to bring out
And it
how
reads.
these niggas, man,
It goes
y'all
into
never
death
saw
bodies
this.
and all that.
Yeah, how y'all never saw things on the magnitude of what we're about to read about, man. You know, like the brother said, all you did is see it in the movies, saw this, saw that. But you never saw it in real life. And all you thought it was entertainment. But where did they get that entertainment from? They got it from these scriptures, man.
Yeah.
Are you niggas running around joking, laughing, eating, praying to false gods? Your time clock is ticking, man. The Lord is not playing with you. Your time is real short. We're about to read about it. And if you don't believe in it, so be it. You don't have to. But guess what? You have been warned, man.
I gave you fair warning. Beware.
Oh, God. That's right.
Well, the Lord gave you fair
That's
warning.
right.
Shit. This ain't our words. This is His words.
That's right.
All right. So this is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. Come near. This is a bad chapter,
Let's
man.
get it.
Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein.
See that? Let the earth hearken and all that there is in. It ain't say the world, it said the earth. That's everything, everywhere. Because guess what? His prophets are set up on all 4 corners of the earth. And that's where he put us at. To what? To deliver his word, man. To tell you the future of wherever the prophets are at, man. But mainly right here in Babylon, man. Because this is the most wickedest kingdom and land on the planet, man. Since there was a land, this place where you walk at right now, man, it's just waiting to be ignited. You walking on a fiery furnace and don't even know it.
Hey, that's the play.
Huh. You already got the gasoline doused on you. Just waiting for the match to spark. And that gasoline is these words, man. You're being marked.
Hey, man, you seen there's a movie, I believe it was The Day After Tomorrow, right? It showed fire, pillars of fire coming out of manholes. Every manhole, boom, 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 fire.
Huh.
And you know that the pipelines and all that, the gasolines,
That's right.
all of it's connected.
That's right.
So when it's like when you light a match next to all the matches, they're all gonna ignite,
Exactly.
and it's gonna get stronger
right,
and
yeah.
stronger and stronger. You can't run from that. So it says, "Ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein,
Gone.
the world and all things that come forth of it." Verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury.
Indignation. That's righteous anger, man. That's righteous anger, man. it says it's, read that again, Baba Hassan, man. Because these niggas don't even understand that. They don't even dig it. You soon will, man.
The hard way.
Cut.
It says, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
See that? Yo, why you think right now, you starting to see all these chariot or UFO sightings antagonizing the armies, the navies. Right? It says their armies, man. Yeah. That's his indignation, so he letting them know, yeah, I'm in control of this. So he's letting the chariots, which they want to identify as UPAs now, unidentified flying phenomenon, you know, which we know what they are and we can tell. I believe that's in Ezekiel the 2nd chapter. Or maybe the 1st chapter, when it talks about the will inside the will and all that, you know? But we're here to tell you exactly what they are. And the Lord said his righteous indignation is upon the nations, man, and their armies. And you can tell because what? The chariots is visiting them right now. Because the Lord is a man of war, man. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rachak Wadash is a man of war. Not the way these Christians depict him as some pussy. A sucker. Long, stringy hair, blue eyes. Looking like a straight up mole, man.
Fucking hippie and shit.
Cut. Now he smoked more weed than a fucking safari, man. Yahweh Shah is not like that. But that goes into you crucified him right here because you X'd him out. Whatever land that we were driven in, you X'd him out. Why? So his people couldn't get to him. But guess what? That's why the Lord allowed his people. He woke them up, brought them back to remembrance of who they are, to come out here and teach their people. So it ain't no stopping them, Lord, man. And if you think you stopping them, you niggas is crazy, man. Because he's coming back to bring an utter destruction to this place.
Yo, and that's complete. He's gonna, cause the scriptures say when you do something, do it with all your might.
Right.
The Lord is gonna, he's
do
gonna do it with all his might.
Yo, where Prodigy said, he said, nigga, I do it to death. He said, I do it. He said, damn, what he say? He said, something about I do it to death. He said, I sleep with my shit cop. No, he's like here, Rock, get bent, you love it a lot. While you sleeping, I'm creeping with the intricate plot. Just picture me up in the morgue way before my time. Picture you trying to get me while I'm still trying to get mine. You know what I'm saying? Picture y'all trying to get the elect out of here when the Lord is coming back to deliver them, man. You know? These niggas is fucking retarded, man.
Who that, bro?
Yeah, this is verse 3. It says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their sting shall come up out of their carcasses.
Hey, yo, read that again, bro. God damn.
Verse 3. It says, their slain also shall be cast out.
Their slain also shall be cast out. And yo, you can link that up with 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. When it says the dead body shall be cast out as dung, you know, that's cast out. Who's gonna support it? You know?
Yo, like shit, like you see shit on the floor.
Yo, bro.
Walk over.
You can walk right now. Go into the subway, yo, you'll see like a digger, and you'll always see a crack valve somewhere next to it. A crackhead, he had to take his shit in the subway. And you just see the shit sitting there. Nobody, it's cast out. Niggas walk over it. Oh shit, I don't want to touch that. That's the way your dead body's gonna be out there. You're gonna be stepping over them like, man, I don't want no parts of that, man. There's gonna be nobody to comfort.
Yo, like that movie Bushwick. I keep saying it, but that movie, the way they did it, was like a visual.
Because yo, and the reason why I really like that movie the most, because at the end it wasn't no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't it was a realistic ending. Even though the woman and it got to the end where they was to the point where they were supposed to make it, and she running, bang, blew her fucking head off. So she ain't make it. That's why I like that movie, because it's realistic. Because you damn Edomites, you're not gonna make it, man.
It's always romantic acting.
That's right. Oh, let me get with Johnny.
Having a picnic, seeing a mushroom cloud. You ain't gonna have no picnics, seeing a mushroom cloud.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Motherfuckers, man.
Yo, there was a picture. It was a picture with guys he kissing a woman like, and you see the missiles coming down behind the ass. Cause that's all you gonna have a chance to do, man. Even if you get the opportunity to do that, man. Cause that's what is in these niggas' minds right now. I heard niggas say, man, well, when I see that happen, I'm just gonna get some pussy. At least I'll go out happy. How you know you're gonna have a chance to get some pussy when that happens, man?
They're gonna stink.
Yeah, man. These niggas is fucking retarded, man. And your mindset is on zero.
Right.
Your only hope for salvation is in the names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Harakah, Quadash.
That's right.
That's it.
Verse 4 says, this is verse 4 said, I'm going to read 3 again. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
That means it's going to be stinking. Yo, and if you got a weak stomach, you never smelled the dead body.
I was just going to say.
You know, niggas, yo, like the movie Bad Boys, where Martin saw the dead body.
Oh, yeah.
And he kept throwing up and shit. Just imagine that on a million times scale. You're going to have feces, dead bodies, and people vomiting, man. That's going to be a stink-ass smell, man.
Yo, you might fuck around, just pass out.
Yo, cunt.
You might faint.
Shit, you gonna have
Yo,
niggas
matter
do
of
that.
fact,
Yup.
the scripture say that.
That's right. That's right.
They shall faint.
That's right, bro. Because they can't take it. You know?
Somebody faint, it's like you get lightheaded. Or when people see something drastic, they just pass out.
That's right. Like
in the
yo,
movies.
Kevin Hart grandma. You know? It's like, I see you, grandma, you peeking. It ain't gonna be no pass outs like that. Your ass really gonna pass the hell out, man.
And if you are passed out, you might wake up with a motherfucker on top.
Yeah.
Punch you. Oh, you going back to sleep.
Yup. If you're a woman, you gonna wake up getting ravaged.
And niggas might wake niggas.
Yo, cut, yeah. Hey, man.
Fucking
A time that has never seen before it was a time, man.
See,
On the planet, man. You know?
Yo, because during not to get too, well, it's not really get sidetracked, but the famine in the Book of Kings, like when they took a donkey's head, and they ate that shit. You know, when they was training children.
They gonna be eating each other, man.
Yo, they gonna eat themselves.
Yo, you gonna have some people out here resorting to eating the carcasses that's on the ground.
Eating your shit.
Yup.
Shit cakes. You gonna
Drinking
be making,
your own piss.
making shit cakes.
And yo, that happened before.
Yeah. Well, during, in Jeremiah, when
Yup,
they were eating leather,
Yup.
they were eating rats.
Yup.
So
So all those times are being brought right here because it's all brought together. So what the hell do you think gonna happen?
right? The Lord said He requires that which is past.
That's right,
In
that's right.
Ecclesiastes.
That's right.
You know, you brothers can look it up, Google it.
That's right.
But this is verse 4. And all the hosts of heaven, which is the angels, the armies,
That's right.
shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
The heaven.
Salaki, I stand corrected. I'm going to read that again. And all the hosts of heaven, just talk about Esau's army, of his heaven,
That's right.
I stand corrected, pardon.
Slipping the tongue.
Yeah. I got excited. It says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and all their host shall fall down, Salakia, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their host shall fall down as the leaf falling off from the vine.
See that? Yo, so like, now if you imagine like in the fall time, when it's a real nice gusty wind and the leaves are brown, and they fall off the tree, and they coming down to the earth, hit the ground like that, and it covers the whole face of the earth, about the earth where it lands in. That's how the missiles are going to come on that type of magnitude, man. Because when those leaves fall, they don't fall one by one, man. They fall a lot at a time. All right?
The whole floor.
Yeah, cut. Exactly.
Kids jumping in this.
So you gotta, when you break them up and all that. So when those missiles get shot off, that's the magnitude that is going to fall on this place, man. You know, that's why the scriptures say the earth shall roll to and fro like a trumpet. You know? And yo, you niggas, you never saw nothing like that. You never witnessed an event like that ever in your lifetime. But guess what? You're about to witness it. You're about to witness something like no other.
That's right. 2 Peter 3:10. Get down it. To back this one up. Back this one up. So I'm gonna finish reading. It says, their host shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
Yo, cut. See, and yo, that's actually what I was looking for too. Because when you look at a fig tree, right, and you look at the figs on the tree, they kind of resemble like the way they're built. If they drop, that's like a missile, like a nuclear warhead. That's why they compared it to that type of thing, right? You know?
When they come down.
Yeah, but you look at the fig is like this. So when it drops, it looks like the tip, like when the warhead gets blown off, boom, then it comes down to the earth. So the way, like if you look at a fig tree, the way the figs hang, when the figs fall, boom, boom, they drop, you know? That's why it was compared to like the fig tree, you know? Because that's how those missiles are going to fall on Babylon, man. You know? This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are ye to be? In all holy conversations and godliness. Look, Salaki. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Do we need to say more on that?
No, come. All the elements, because everything around you is an element. Even your ass is an element, man. So you're going to get ignited too, man. So what's that, the chart of the elements? You know, the element chart that they got in science classes and all that?
Hey, the scripture say they shall be fueled for the fire.
Right.
That's it.
Y'all niggas is a bunch of charcoal, man, on the grill.
As a Babylonian
Yeah,
girl.
that's right.
Since
Y'all
y'all
said,
niggas
yo,
wanna grill
Babylon
all
is
the
the
time.
grill. Yeah, Babylon is the grill, and y'all niggas is the charcoal, man.
Since niggas want to grill all the time, July 4th coming.
Yup, this the ultimate feast right here.
You know,
It's the ultimate barbecue, right? Well, nah, not the
they gonna
ultimate.
get money.
The ultimate barbecue is Obadiah 1 and
You
18
gonna
with
turn
Esau.
it to a crispy potato chip.
Yo, cunt, yeah.
As to Zion. You're gonna turn it to a potato chip.
Yo, cunt. They're gonna be worse than that, man.
Yo,
You know?
Just like in the movies with what is it, with the chariot, what's that called? The laser came down, and them niggas turned into dust.
Independence Day.
That's it. Them niggas, yo, turned into dust.
Independence
God. Verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Day.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Ooh, so look,
That's the Lord.
since we already know what our dunya is, but
Get that.
just for more edification for you newcomers, we got the Compact Bible Dictionary. All right, which I'm gonna grab the word
I know,
Idumea.
it's out. It's like a Tuesday.
Yeah,
It's Monday, actually.
Well,
It's like a Monday.
it's willing, I got it. I might not have it this one. Ah, man, damn. Matter of fact, that goes into Edom, but I'm gonna go to Edom. Here we go. Edom, alright. So here we go. It goes into Idumea. Yeah, it means basically Ashashua. So basically, it's either Idumea or red. But this is in the compact Bible dictionary. Edom. It says the land inhabited by the descendants of Edom or Esau, Genesis 32, 3-36. It says ancient Edom including the region beginning in the north at the river Zered. Down that's funny, it says Zered. It's what? It's Z-E-R-E-D. But Esau is what? They're red, man. They're not white, contrary to popular belief, but they call themselves, because the word white just means pure. And there's nothing pure about those people, man.
Hey, the word Rothschild goes back to red shoes.
See that? Yeah. Yo, cunt.
And they got the red dragon and everything.
That's right. And that dragon really represents them for real.
Hey, can I back you up? Going into Edom. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 8.
Cunt.
Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
See that? Esau is Edom, man. So if you know who Esau is, you know who Edom is.
And the scriptures say, prophesy against Mount Seir.
That's right. So
Set thy face against Mount Seir.
So if you said, no, he set his face against it. But we prophesy against it, right? We prophesying against Mount Seir, right? So you're prophesying against the residents of that place. You know? You're prophesying against that land and the people who that land belongs to. Alright? Which are the Edomites. Mount Seir, the Caucasus Mountains. Where do you think you get the word Caucasian? And these are simple things right now.
Yeah.
You know? These are things not too hard to find. And you can look these things up for yourself.
The land of Petra.
Yeah, yup, Mount Petra.
And you see how it's designed.
Cut. Just
It
like
looks
the
like-
courthouses.
You said it.
You know?
Wow.
They designed, look at this Morgan Hall, they got the same pillars.
Yeah.
All these buildings got the pillars, man. You know? These Temple College. You know, you go to the temple they have down there, which is a synagogue or whatever, their church. And yo, on the glass or whatever, I forgot what kind of glass they call it. But it looks like a Gadite head covering, man. With the feathers. And it got the nerve to be purple, man. You know? But the building is built like Edom, man. Ancient Rome, Mount Seir, Mount Petra, you know? The Caucasus Mountains is built in that type of infrastructure.
Yep.
And that's how you know, just by looking at the buildings and understanding who these people are, that's how you know where you're living at. And that's how you know what captivity that you're in. But you fail to want to look at these things. But when the Lord opens your eyes to these things, you you have no choice but you can't go back to sleep unless the Lord puts you to sleep, man.
Hey, see, that's why the scriptures say, my people,
That's right.
possessive pronoun, my people,
That's right.
are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
That's right.
These niggas don't like to read and look into things.
That's right.
They want everything so easy. That internet and all that.
Going on some more, just to get to the point. It says the beginning in the north at the river Zered, a natural boundary also for southern Moab, and extending southwestward to the Gulf of Aqaba. At times, it included mountain ranges and fertile plateaus on the east and west to the Arabia, the desert valley south of the Dead Sea. The most significant, sufficient area of ancient Edom was the mountain encircled plain on the east of Araba, Mount Seir, what we just were speaking of. The highest of this range rises to the elevation. It says to the elevation of nearly 3,500 feet. That's 1,200 meters above the Araba. Edom's capital during the days of Israel's monarchy was Silah, situated at the southern end of the secluded valley that became the location of the city of Petra, what we just mentioned. In the latter times, other information Edomite cities were Basra and Teman. In New Testament times, Edom was known as Idumea.
There you go.
You know, just to draw the point home even more. All right. So now you have a better understanding of who these people are, and then when you read in the scriptures, you know what like Teman, Basra, all that. You know it goes back into Edom. Idumea goes back into Edom. You know.
You know who dwelt in those lands
That's
at
right.
that time.
That's right. That's right. You know, and the scriptures and everything to back it up. And you can actually go and do research, Google Maps and all that, on Mount Petra, Mount Seir, and things like that, to see where these regions are and see what they look like.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, because if the Lord told Ezekiel, which I'm about to read, to set that to prophesy against it,
That's
how
right.
you going to prophesy against the land?
That's right.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's right. That's right.
You prophesy to a certain nation
That's right.
that dwells in that land.
Right.
No?
Right. Yo, the same way we're prophesying against America. You know? And who's
It hasn't been that bad.
I was looking like, damn, look how long it took for you to get from behind this side to the other side. All that noise. All
You
that
notice it
fucking
hasn't
noise.
been no dirt by time.
Yo,
That's not it. It's a lot.
still early, alright?
It's too soon.
Yeah, cut, man.
But I'm going to bring this out real quick. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir,
See that?
prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
So that don't mean we have to go buy a passport, get a plane ticket, and fly to fucking Mount Seir and be like, yo, you know what? You fucking mountain, the Lord is against you.
That's what it says.
Because you got simple-minded niggas that'll do shit like that. Just like them niggas back in the 80s, 90s, when it said, come up out of her, my people, they woke up like, oh, it said, come up out of Babylon. Yo, we gotta go back to the land of Israel. But you niggas, when you get over there, you still in captivity. Because you don't run nothing, man. You don't have a dynasty set up there. You don't have laws, statutes, and commandments set up there. That's still driven by the American rules, man. That's still run by Rome, Babylon. niggas like, yeah, all right. I guarantee you niggas gotta wear them yarmulkes on your fucking head, man. You ain't going over there beasting nothing. That's why you're supposed to wait on the Lord.
Yeah. But now that's like taking matters into your own hands.
That's right. Come
And that
up out of
shows
it.
lack of patience.
That's right, yo.
Are we
come.
gonna go to Israel before the Lord? I'm not waiting for him.
That's right. And
That's what you said through your action.
and the place is defiled.
Yeah. So you're gonna die there too.
Son. Good.
Because the Lord gotta cleanse that place
Son.
in order for it to be reestablished.
That's right. That's right. Because wherever he set up those wherever those missiles are set to go at, and they're meant to hit your ass, you gonna get it.
Yeah.
Jonah thought he was slick. He thought he could outrun the Lord and hide from the Lord. And look what happened. He had that big ass fish come swallow his ass up.
You can't run from the Lord.
That's right. Modern day sword. You can't run from the Lord.
Yo, just like niggas that built bunkers and shit.
Yeah.
Like they running from something. Let there be an earthquake, your whole bunker is splitting in pieces.
And you can die down there.
And you can, yeah. psh. Yo, cause how you getting out of that?
Yeah.
Everything is gonna cave in.
Yo,
The road could have a sinkhole.
Yeah. Just like them dudes that got caught in 9/11 and coal mines and things of that nature. You know, when it collapsed, they was stuck. And they was already in the earth. So the earth fell on them. So they had to wait till somebody came to rescue their ass. Then they had to pinpoint where the hell they was at. Then you had to hope that the Lord gave you enough life to be delivered. And it was basically a lot of Edomites that was doing that shit. But they had Jake doing that, man. You know? California Gold Rush. There was them damn Edomites. Want to hoard up everything. You know they had some Jakes in there to do the dirty work. Yeah, nigga, you go down there deep. We're gonna sit back here. You know? We always is the experiments. That's another thing that we are. Experiments. After that, hop back into that.
Yeah.
I see it, man.
34.
Still some more meat on that
Alright.
spaghetti.
Just to back up,
Cut.
the brother, because we're not, the Lord is our refuge.
That's right.
No, refuge is another way of something that'll protect you. So,
That's right. That's right.
they said the name of the Lord is our strong tower.
That's right. That's right,
You
bro.
know, so we're not building nothing. I mean, look, if you want to stack up a little food, whatever, all right, whatever. But just know that nothing here can save you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is Romans chapter 8, verse 24. It says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for it?"
Yo, that's crazy. That's the spirit. Because I read the whole chapter earlier. And that chapter was on my mind in my
Romans 8.
sleep, cunt. That was on my spirit when I was asleep. Because when I
Separate
first
us from
woke
the
up,
love of
that's
the Lord.
right. When I first woke up, I read Romans, the whole 8th chapter, and I read Psalms, the 34th chapter.
Wow,
And now you just read that, I'm like, damn.
that's a balance.
That's the spirit, man. You know? That's the spirit. Because, yo, those was the scriptures that was in my head as soon as I got up. And I'm like, yo, Lord, I got to get up and read them. Got to read them again.
Hey, brother, don't go to live. Going off.
Gotta keep reading them, man. Because when he gives you something, man, listen. And look, the brother brought it out at camp, man. You know? And it's a reason for that.
Right? Because these scriptures is coming to life
That's right.
when you read them.
That's right.
The Lord's like, all right, you want to read, believe that?
Matter of fact, you can jump up to verse 1.
All right, I went back to Isaiah 34. So Isaiah 34, Isaiah chapter 34, verse 6. It says, "The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats." Why? If I may report. Because we're not sacrificing animals of our sins. You people are the sacrifice now. You know? And you still gonna have animals die too. That's gonna be in America. Primarily.
That's right.
So it says, with the fat of kidneys of rams, for the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah.
Right, a sacrifice in Boswell. What's that talking
Go.
about? Edom, which we just read in the
It's-
compact dictionary.
Didn't you mention
Yeah, it talked about Boswell,
it? That's the spirit.
you know? It talks about Boswell, which is what? Edom, you so-called white people. And they know that, man. Why do you think, man, they always try to deny that they're the Edomites? They always say, yo, the Edomites were done away with. Yo, that's the same way they said slavery was done away with. But we're still in slavery. That's how you know that man is a damn devil, man.
Does he know he's at?
That's right.
You know.
He know what's coming to him.
That's why the Lord has to put that fire in.
Right.
Because if not, he'll be like, yo, I'm fuck this.
That's right.
They get it with. And then it says what? It said Esau shall be stubborn.
Yup.
If I'm
Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. That's Obadiah.
But this is a nation because the Lord created a people that he loves and then he created a people that he hates.
Right.
Because even King David said, Lord, do I not hate them that hate thee, O Lord? Roughly paraphrasing.
Yo, I'm gonna start at
Because there's no righteousness in their spirit.
Right.
The Lord created them that way. So that, because that's a balance. It's just that's a proper balance. You can't, like, what was the Sons of Men, or one of them, there ain't no love without hate. There ain't no hate without war.
Right.
There ain't no madness without the sadness. Or something to that effect.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's what they were going into. The balance of it, you know?
That's right, Con, that's right. But this is Obadiah chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom,
Ooh.
and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So, yo, that goes back into what? That's all talking about Edom, man. You know, which we just read in the compact dictionary. To further even more back up that point, man. All right? It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And
We might have to get the word.
I'm gonna get this
Simple as.
word forever. And this text is
Just to elaborate a little further.
stop. This is freaking. Just bear with me. I think it's our love. No, that's like in the Hebrew. At the end of the Lord's Prayer, say our love. You know? It says long duration and antiquity futurity forever, ever, everlasting, evermore, perpetual, old, ancient world, ancient time, long time of past, forever, always, continuous existence, perpetual, everlasting, indefinite, or unending future, eternity.
Eternity.
That's it.
That's all she knows.
So it ain't no more you Edomites, because you know in the past, yo, we ran Rome for 1,000 years, man. We ruled Rome for 1,000 years. Now Esau came back, and you could go in it says, I believe in the book of Micah, if I'm not mistaken, Malachi chapter 1, when it says, wherefore we say, well, I'm impoverished, that they will come back and build up, you know? So, and that came, yeah, it comes. So Esau came back in the Renaissance era, and they built up, you know?
Now, you know what's happening? Even in Esau's world, in his heaven, in his kingdom, we rule. It ain't going like in the kingdom when we rule. We ain't gonna fall and then they rule and then we gonna come back. Nah, we gonna, because we ain't never gonna go up.
And
you know?
furthermore, we're not gonna need your help for shit.
That's right. Besides building our shit up.
God, y'all need us in this society. Y'all even need us to break down shit for you.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know? Y'all always need us. Just like even in Daniel's time. Nebuchadnezzar needed him to tell him about the dream. Yo, the Pharaoh, they needed Joseph to tell him about the dream, man. You know? Yo, even now, they got in the White House, they got advisors that are Israelites. When we get in our kingdom, we're not going to have no Edomites advising us of shit.
Right.
That's how much this earth don't need you, and that's how much waste you are, man.
Yo, Yahweh Shai is going to be ruling.
That's right. So why the hell would we need Esau?
You think we're going to advise Yahweh Shai?
God.
You know?
It says, verse 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. So they was the ones casting lots as well. You know? Yeah, and y'all, how you know? What they do? When they had us on the auction block, they was casting lots. Yo, I'm telling you, auctioning us off. Yeah, I got this nice Negro right here. However old he is, look at him, he's of a fine stock. They sold us like animals, man. The same way like you breed dogs now, you be like, yo, this dog, yeah, come from this stock, this, that. You get your papers and all that. They did the same thing with us, man. They did the same thing with you Negroes, man. And the women as well, man. They had you on the auction block. Yeah, she might make a good house slave, a sex tool, this, that. That's how they used us, man. But these are the people that you want to still stay under, man. You know? And for all those things, they have to pay, man. Because they casted all those lots. We don't have to cast no lots. Why? Because y'all are going to belong to us. Y'all from the beginning, y'all belong to us, man. Y'all always been our slaves, man.
You'll possess them.
That's right. That's right. It says,
I see we kind of switching gears. I'm going to get that,
hey, man,
precept.
spirit, hey. It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots unto Jerusalem, even thou wast one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And yo, that reminds me of when the Rothschilds took over that land over there, which they call Israel now. And I forgot which Rothschild it was, but he had he wrote a letter. I believe it was in the 1940s, sometime around that time, and he was saying that he was proud to inform the people that they finally took the land that belonged to us. They finally got it, you know? And they was happy over that. Because they know that that land belongs to us. They know it don't belong to them. That's why they gave it to who? Their grandson, Amalek. Because Amalek is the grandson of Esau. You know? So it says, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of thy people. in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction. It says, yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on. Shalak Rayam, man. Hope your fucking bike blow up. Well, at least it's not as bad as it is. But we ain't have none of that. I think you're causing us. It says, thou shouldest have not entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. So what they laid hands on our substance. What's our substance? Our land, you know, our gold, our silver, our women, you know, our heritage. They lay hands on all of that. And these niggas, they still trying to find the Ark of the Covenant. But they can't get that. You know? That's too holy for them. I believe if they touch that, they ass gonna die, man.
Nah, that's Yahushua.
Yeah, cut.
You can't fight it.
Yeah.
It's Yahushua.
Well, I'm talking about the actual physical Ark that they had back then.
Only the Lord knows what that's.
Yeah, that's right. They damn sure can't put their hands
Yo,
on that. I was sure.
and whatever they do have, the Lord allowed them to get
That's
it.
right. That's right.
You
That's
go
right.
into 2 Ezra, the 10th chapter. It goes into how they stole our menorahs, you know, and all that. Ravished our temples. Because we had temples.
So,
But it wasn't like now, like where you gotta go and worship now. It was a temple of like, you know, where you had your setups, your ram's horn. You know what I'm saying? You could do Bible study there. You could, you know, brothers gathered there for holy days, things of that nature. None of these motherfuckers took everything, man. But you know what? Payback's a bitch.
that's right. That's right. And that reminds me of the video that the brother did from LA, man. When I had sent them a video and it was of Moab. They had a bathroom that was all gold on the floor, gold coins, you know what I'm saying? Gold necklaces, actual gold toilet and sink, you know? But guess what? Those things belong to us. All these things belong to us. And in the kingdom, all those nations, they're going to be coming to bring us their precious metals and all that.
I got you.
You know? Let me finish this real quick. They're going to be coming to bring us all their precious metals, stones, the finest of what they have. To pay homage and reverence to us, man. Why? Because we're the sons of Yahweh, man. You know? And at that time, it's going to be known who we are.
Are we princes? But don't, it's not going to have nothing.
That's right, cut.
Because that's our name, Yashahada.
That's right.
Princes of the power.
That's right.
So how are we going to be princes of the King of Kings
That's right.
and not possess them? You niggas is crazy.
Yeah, in a planet, matter of fact, a universe that he created. Second Ezra was the 6th chapter tells you. The earth was made for our sakes.
Right.
But we were brought low. Now you got these damn heathens running around over top of us and think that the world was made for them.
The scriptures say, destroy them that destroyed the earth.
Done. And they about to see how much deceived they truly are, man. They about to see just how much the earth really belongs to them.
The earth hates Esau.
That's right. That's right. But it says, verse 19. Verse 14 it says, neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape, neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
That's right.
Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Damn, what's that?
Obadiah 1:16.
Beautiful. Damn.
It says, yeah, they shall drink and they shall swallow down. And they shall be as though they had not been. So the way that they are now, they're going to continually drink. And right now, you looking like you a big bad guy. You know, you got your Armani, your Versace, your Gucci, you know, your private jets, you know, your lands and all that. But you're gonna be as though you never were, man.
That's
So you
crazy.
about to come down real low.
Hey, like a dream.
Huh?
Shall pass away like a dream.
That's right. And we know these things, right? But that's why we're out here to teach our people about these things. But you don't want to hear it. So the only way you're going to see it is when the Lord starts to show you these things in this lifetime right now, man. Then you niggas is going to be coming looking for a man of the Lord. You women talking about, I don't need no man. Oh, fuck you niggas and this, that. Say that shit in Jacob's trouble.
Right.
Because there's going to be so many men hunting your asses down. Doing whatever God knows, how they say doing God knows what, with God knows who.
Damn.
That's what they're going to be doing to y'all asses, man. And guess what? A lot of that's going to be, as a matter of fact, not a lot of that, all of that is going to be your fucking judgment.
Yeah, I heard something where he said some military men were shoving their AKs in the women's shit.
See that? Yo, and that's, yo. And you got women out here, yo, for them to do that, that woman that got that judgment, she must have did some real wicked ass shit. And she probably liked it. Because I had my ex, you know what I'm saying? She told me, I said, yo, this bitch is a demon. She said, yeah, I stuck a wine bottle on my ass while I was playing with myself. I was like, yo, I can't fuck with this bitch.
That's crazy.
That bitch, yo, she was really into that crazy shit.
You sodomized.
Yeah, cunt. She sodomized herself. Then she kept telling me, well, you know, we the Gary, you gotta do that to me. Hit me in my butt one time. Nah, man. Guess what? This relationship ain't gonna work out. Fuck that. It's not gonna work out, sis.
I don't think so.
It's almost done. Not a bad piece.
Not a bad piece of flesh.
But
Piece of steak.
that's a piece of shit. But yeah, back in Obadiah 1, and going, I believe we were in 17. It says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And this is what the brother said. This is getting to the point. What the brother brought out earlier, as far as them being a flame or stubble, right? It says yeah, come. It says, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, which the house of Joseph just represents Ephraim. You know, the southern king, the southern king, right? It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and they shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For Yahweh hath spoken it.
Damn, none remaining. Finito.
God.
You finished. You're out of here.
And that's for y'all.
And that's what they tell the animals. Oh, the animals is going to stink.
Right, y'all.
Yes.
No, they going to sleep.
They gonna go
Real.
to sleep.
And y'all, and that's for what y'all trying to do to us now, man. Y'all really want us to be a state, but y'all can't do it.
Oh, remember even during Mordecai, when they
Yup.
try to
Kill us all.
kill us all, yeah.
Kill them all. Take it, then kill them. It was on their Cali
They on
race.
there. No, and that's why even before Yahushua was born again, but knowing who he was, like Yahushua as Yahushua.
Huh.
Yeah, they try to kill, killing all the firstborn.
That's right. That's right. Huh.
Cause they knew, like, yo, and yo, that just shows you that though, cause that was the time of the Herodian dynasty, and that shows you even back then they knew prophecy.
Yo, they wanted to kill all the firstborn male children. And that's how you know the significance of the male child.
Yeah, exactly,
They was trying to cut off a legacy.
exactly.
A whole nation. How do you do that? Getting rid of the men. Because if the men can't reproduce, that nation falls, man.
That's it, yeah. They're just gonna ravish the women till they die.
That's right, huh? It says, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead, and the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Shepherd, shall possess the cities of the south. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's. Point blank, period, man.
That's it.
The kingdom is not going to nobody else but Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arachak Dash.
And the damn sure ain't going to them Chinese.
That's right. Which they thinks they next up the bet.
Them
They sadly
niggas,
mistaken.
though, yo, they the same equivalent of savagery as Esau.
That's right. That's right.
But just to back you up,
Now, bring it out.
this is the book. I got two.
Right.
Get this one and then I'm gonna.
Let's get it.
If I may. Isaiah 33 and 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Right, so they dealt, yo, when we actually was sold into this captivity, because it's always been slaves throughout all history. We had Edomites as slaves, we had our own people as slaves, you know? But we didn't treat them the way that we're treated right now. We're being dealt treacherously with them, you know? So when we got sold, those people was like, oh, this is just another slavery, this, that, and the third. They had no idea the magnitude of what's going to happen. But that was all Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's plan. You know? For what we did turned out back on him. So those things had to happen. So since they dealt treacherously with us, what the hell do you think will happen to them? Which we just read in Obadiah 1. Man.
949.
That's right.
242.
And you're going into slavery for 1,000 years.
And then get exterminated.
Exactly. So that's your future. That's what you Edomites have to look forward to.
That's right.
You don't have forward to looking for going to college, raising a family, and this place continually getting passed down to you, and you keep coming back in power. No, it's over, man. As Teddy Roosevelt said, the buck stops here. You know?
It says basically the same thing you just said. It says, when thou shalt cease to spoil, which we're going to do real soon,
That's right.
the Lord turns us from fishers to hunters.
Right.
Right? Jeremiah 16.
That's right.
It says, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
That's right.
So does that sound like a happy time?
Hell no.
Does that sound like, the Gooks? Happy time, we love you for it. That's not. It's going to be, because that's righteous, man.
That's right.
That's righteous.
That's right.
Like when you see a bully always bullying, it's only right so you punch him in his face.
Right. So
You know, and he gets what he deserves.
Right. Right.
What's wrong with that?
Try telling one of these Christians that, your oppressors is going to slavery. Oh no, why? We forgive them. That's the problem with you fucking
Say,
niggas.
forgive your enemy.
Yeah, exactly. Your enemies is your own people, you fucking dickheads. That's your own people. That's who your enemies are. Right now. And you have other enemies. That's your actual enemy, man.
Like,
You know?
your public enemy, number one.
Yeah, that's right. We're considered an enemy to our people for telling the truth. Matter of fact, look at that. Yeah, Galatians 4:16. It's the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 16. And it reads, matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, "And my temptation which was in my flesh, ye despised not, nor rejected, but received me as an angel of the Most High, even as Hamashiach Yahushua. Where is then the blessings ye spake of? For I bear you record that if it had been possible, ye would have plucked out your own eyes and have given them to me. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?" You know? So when you start to tell your people the truth, they look at you like, "Nah, nigga, I ain't trying to hear that. You fucking with my money." And basically, yo, that's what we doing with Esau right now. We've been that enemy, man. They've been out. You know? So that's nothing new.
Since Cain and Abel.
That's right. Since Cain and Abel. And to fast forward, you go to Jacob and Esau when we was in the womb, man. In Genesis the 25th chapter. Because we was rumbling. You know?
Yep.
So we became your enemy. Why? Because we tell you the truth.
That's
That's
because
'cause-
people don't like the truth.
That's right.
They
You
too
can't
comfortable.
handle the truth.
They too comfortable with the same lies
That's right.
that's been passed on through generations. So they don't know what the truth is.
Right.
So when you do tell them the truth, it disrupts their comfortability. But you know something? All that comfortable shit is gonna soon cease. When Jacob's trouble, when all hell break loose. Because that's what's coming, man. All hell is gonna break loose. And one people is gonna be, like the scripture said, one people shall be stronger than the other. Right now, we may look like we're weak, you know, because we at the bottom.
Yeah.
But that's why they need all these machines and shit. Because they can't, no other nation on this planet could go toe to toe with Jacob. Hell no. That's why the Lord had told him, like, yo, you're going to get the fatness of the earth and you're going to be blessed with the sword.
Like
Just
that.
to make it even.
That's right. Yup, yup.
Jake got their hands, Esau got a big ass, even with the Gatling guns.
Yup.
With their booby traps, capturing fucking animals, all that little wicked ass devices, man.
Yo, and Esau's a straight up bitch.
That's what a devil is, a deceiver.
Even though with the Gatling gun, and yo, Gatling gang, they use it to chop down the Gadites, you know? But the Gatling gun, yo, even with the Gatling gun, Gad was still in their ass, man. Still busting their ass.
They had the arrows and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Busting their ass with all that. You know?
Yeah, you could watch the movie Apocalypto.
Huh.
You see when them niggas came at the end in the ships? Even though our people was doing wicked shit back then, they still going against each other.
Even to this day.
To this day. Like, what's that boxer's name? He was like, to this day. You know what I'm talking about? You'll probably know about shit. But yo, he was talking about slavery, he said. So he was not lying. Now, a lot of people are starting to, get hip to this. Get hip. Get hip to the hot, to the hip.
Got precept. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us, right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in the highway, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. You know? And that's what our people, like the brother was saying earlier, man. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear those lies. That's why those harlot houses are full. But the truth is so impactful that those harlot houses are becoming empty, man. You know? They got your Vocab Malone set up where he's trying to combat the truth, but he's getting his ass whooped. You know? There's too many brothers and too much truth coming out. It's whooping Esau's ass, man. You know? And that's how you know you at the end of a thing, man. This is the end of this society. America as you know it is done.
Yep.
America as you know it will never go back to normal. And what Joe Biden said, America's back, that's a goddamn lie, man. And if you niggas believe America is back, you just as retarded as Joe Biden, man.
That nigga is.
Who's a pedophile. Your president is a pedophile, man.
Yep.
And that's who y'all niggas voted for, a pedophile. So when he starts taking your children, don't get mad then. Because the Lord is lifting a skirt on this place, man.
That's right.
Y'all hated Trump so much, y'all voted for a pedophile, man.
You voted for somebody worse than
And he told you you wasn't black if you ain't vote for him. So how retarded is you niggas? You let a cracker tell you you're not black if you don't vote for him. That's ass backwards, man. How a cracker gonna tell you you're not black? Fucking retarded ass niggas, man. And you wonder why you in the condition that you in. So when this destruction come to this place, you deserve every bit of that pain, man. The only hope for you is to turn back to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Ba'ashem Rakha Kwadash.
I got something. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance.
That's right.
And the year of recompense for the Lord, Salakia, for the controversy of Zion.
That's right, the controversy of Zion. Matter of fact, let's get that, bro.
Isaiah 34 and 8.
Let's get that word.
Like you was just going into. The Lord got a bone to pick with y'all.
Right, yup.
You know? That's why he's causing all this. All these different conflicts and these are the curses. This is where we was born.
Right. We were warned of these things. Like you said. Like the brother said. So that word in this text, the word controversy is strife, controversy, dispute. Strife, quarrel, dispute, controversy, cause at law, case at law. So he wants to holler at you about a couple things, man.
Yeah.
You know? Why? Because you went, you like in the book of Jeremiah, you trimmed your ways to seek love from your enemy, man. So the Lord like, damn, I got all this for you. And you want to run to a peasant? That's like the story of the prodigal son, man. You know? When the one son ran off and he wanted to explore, when he had everything at home that he needed, man. Home was his comfortable zone. So he asked his father to give him all his inheritance, and he took it and went out and blew it. End up sleeping with the pigs, eating out the same buckets as pigs and all that, man. You know? And that's what you niggas is doing right now, man. You eating slop. Why? Because you turned away from your inheritance. And you niggas is the prodigal sons. Actually, that goes to the tie it into the elect, man. You know why? Because they went off from the Lord. Now we back to him, man. Lord's willing, we be a part of that number. But Israel turned their back on the Lord. Now is the time when he's calling us back, man. You know, he's calling us back to the fold. He's calling us back home. He's calling us back to our heritage, man. To the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of this book, man. Which is no other knowledge on the planet that's better than this. Because it tells you all things. I don't care whatever book that these damn crackers wrote. Now, what book that they wrote can break down reincarnation to the T? It wasn't given to you devils. This book is everything, man. You could write 1,000,000 books and still not one of them compare to the Bible, man, which is composed of many books. But no book you devils write can ever compare to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, man. You know?
This book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 21.
Bring it out.
But to Israel he said, all day long I have stretched forth my hands
That's right.
unto a disobedient and gainsaying people.
Gainsaying, disobedient. That's what he's doing right now. How many people you think stop just to listen? And yo, you got even brothers that's out here teaching in Philadelphia, you know, and people will just walk right past them, look them in their face, and keep it pushing. When brothers is out here spitting truth, if you have the correct doctrine, and that goes with the doctrine of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man.
Yes.
Starting with the apostles of Great Millstone. You know? All these other dudes that went off doing their own thing and making up different philosophies and doctrines and all that, yo, that doctrine's about to get shut down, man. All you false prophets are being exposed right now.
They won't get it for right.
Come. That's right. You're going to be beat with many stripes. You're going to be beat with, matter of fact, let's go.
Yo, cause once you know, you can't turn back from it. Like yo, you can't. Cause it's better if you didn't know.
That's right. Yup.
Cause that way, you could be the Lord could see he was ignorant of such a matter.
That's right, brother.
You're not gonna hold somebody accountable if they didn't know.
Right,
Even though they was with around the crowd and shit like that, you're gonna look at the person who know better. Just like your kids, you're gonna look at the oldest one. Like, yo, nigga, you know better. I've been told you. Before they knew you. So you needed them straight, and now you want to switch up on my word? Now I'm gonna fuck you up worse, and they gonna see it, so they gonna rebel and do the same shit you did.
That's right. Yo, and back you up. You said they're gonna get it worse and everything, but the brothers that be adding on and all those things. This is Revelations chapter 22, and I'm going to start at verse 16.
No.
It says, I, Yahushua, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. And that's the churches that's on the planet right now. It's not just the church of Great Millstone, all right? It's many churches, all right? But the churches that it's speaking of are the churches that have that doctrine, that same doctrine,
Yep.
all right? If you all on one accord, you're of the same church. All right, but you have to understand why the apostles separate things, because you will have people trying to hop on that doctrine or just use that name and distort the doctrine. You know?
Right, that's why the scripture say, if they be not against us, they're for us.
That's right, yo.
Roughly copy.
That's right, and that's why when Yahweh Shah was on the scene, you know, he went to go see the 70. He had the 12. You know, but he said I have to go see other members that's not of this flock.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Come.
So that means there was more people out there that had the same doctrine, and guess who taught it to? Yahweh Shah went to go visit them, man. You know? But it says, I'm going to start it again. Revelation chapter 22 and 16. It says, I, Yahweh Shah, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. And the Spirit and the bride say, come. And let him that heareth say, come. So when you hear this doctrine, yo, you're supposed to come to it. It's supposed to draw you. So when you hear it, now you go teach it to other people, and when they hear it, they come. And that causes the domino effect, you know? And that brings in the elect. And that's what we out here to do. We ain't out here for every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the streets, man, because they're not going to get it. Either it's for their condemnation or it's for their salvation, man. Bottom line, point blank, period. There's no getting around that, man. It says, and the Spirit and the bride say, come, and let him that heareth say, come, and let him that is Arcturus. Oh, come. It says, and him that is athirst come, because this is the living water. It says, and whosoever will, let him take the water of life freely. Not coming out here charging people.
Basket.
Yeah, with the big ass basket, going home making videos, putting your PayPal and your Cash App up there and telling people, yo, if you want the other breakdown, send me $9.99 plus tax and I got you. You know? That's some bullshit.
Den of thieves.
Gun. And you have men that actually do that shit. You know? But it says,
The Lord loves tights.
gun.
You bless you.
Yup.
Get the fuck out.
That's just like the fucking Baptist church, man.
When you driving off with Benz.
Yup. Nah, fucking
Like, damn, brother,
Bugatti.
those are some nice sneakers. I just got them. You looking like,
Gun.
nigga, didn't me and the brothers just hit you off?
Gun. You walking around in Puma, pastor got on Gucci.
I thought you didn't work though, brother. Hey, brother,
You know?
unemployment. All right.
Yo, God. It says, verse 18, it says, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book.
There's a lot of plagues that's written in that book.
And y'all, you
So y'all niggas should go into them plagues.
That's right.
And fear the Lord.
God, that's right. And yo, and that lets you know right there, they don't have the fear of the Lord for doing those things, man. Adding on, taking away. They don't fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Chakadash. Why? Because they have not saw him yet physically in this lifetime, man. You know? So they like, man, I'm gonna just keep, as long as I'm eating, I'm gonna keep competing. You know?
That's ridiculous.
That's a wild way to think, man. Because yo, you're actually bringing death upon yourself, man. You bringing death to you, man. And not just yourself, the blood of the men that's underneath you. You're bringing death on them, and that's double death to you, man.
Oh, man, you got blood on your hands.
Because you're not warning them. Zabak, you got blood on your hands too, man. Because you're not telling your congregation that it's the RFID microchip. You're telling them, yeah, don't get it, this, that. Why not to get it? General Yohana, you as well, man. Nate, you too.
Especially that.
And all you other different camps, man. That don't teach the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. But you do have men in those camps that do believe that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, and those men could be a part of the elect or the 1/3. Because the Lord got us scattered up. They're not all in one church. And that's what people fail to realize. Because these niggas at ISUPK, they talking about this is the home of the truth. And this how powerful these niggas is, man. They said, no man on the planet is ordained to teach the scriptures unless they come out of ISUPK. That's a fucking powerful statement.
Yeah, but you know what that shows too? That the Lord is plaguing their minds. Because how you gonna believe such a thing like that? Where the fuck is what is it? ISUPK in the Bible?
Yeah, come.
You got Great Millstone in the Bible. You got, you know, the brother Watchman with Watchman. Shield of Faith. You got Men of Valor in the Bible. Where's ISUPK at in the scriptures?
That's right, bro.
To say some shit like that.
That's right.
But you know what though? That also shows that his end is coming. Because when you see somebody's pride getting worse and worse, you know, yo, he's at his deathbed. He's at the edge of the cliff. That's what that shows.
Yo, I gotta
Because if you don't humble down, then the Lord is gonna humble you down. Talking about pride, huh? God damn. Driving around in these fucking transformer cars and shit. Like that, like a nigga. Like a nigga.
And yo, that's Eve. Like, if you niggas can do it, so can I. Because I make the money too.
You want unity? You gonna see unity, all right?
This is Proverbs chapter 16. I'm gonna start at verse 16. It says, how much better is it how much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better is it to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud.
Yo, nobody likes a prideful person.
No.
You know, somebody you can't tell them nothing. You know, nobody wants to be around a person like that.
That's right.
All braggadocious and just flashy. Look at me, I took your girl. You know,
Like that spirit that like niggas always be bragging. Like when I be watching Gilly, man, a lot of shit be bragging about, yeah, nigga, yo, that shit hurts the fuck out of me, man. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, you think just because right now in Babylon you're so-called successful, do you know the name of the Lord? And you walk around looking like a goddamn heathen, man. A fucking bald head, no beard on your face, man. You know? So you look like a goddamn Roman.
you can tell that nigga grew up being
Yeah, cut.
He might not
Walking
be able
around
to grow
looking
his
like a
head.
Roman, man. He's looking like a Roman. Our people like looking like all these other nations, man. So the Lord come back and spank that ass.
That's right.
And you people love to have it so, man. So call on your gods in that day, man. You know? Because the Lord is not playing with you fools, man. When we come out here week in and week out and say the same thing over and over and over again. And guess what? That's how you get it, through repetitiveness, man. You know?
Right. Yo, because it said what? They are stiff-necked people. It's like being hard-headed. You gotta keep saying certain things to these people. Because they're hard-headed. A hard head makes a sore pass. You're gonna find out the hard way, man.
This is 1 Kings 18, verse 24. And it reads, matter of fact, I'm going to start at
What you gonna do
matter
when
of
the
fact,
grid
I'm
goes
going
down?
to start at verse 2. I'm going to go right to the point. This is 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 24. It says, and call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of Yahweh, and the power that answereth by fire, let him be power.
Damn, but him that answered by fire.
Matter of fact, yo, let's
Yo,
take it
because
up.
there ain't no talking.
And this, y'all, I'm going to go to 20. I'm gonna go to verse 20. Cause yo, that was Elijah, man. And yo, that's how bad Elijah was, man.
That was the Lord's man.
Yeah, cunt. Yo, cause Elijah ain't see death, man. He got beamed up on the ship. He ain't taste death, man. Back then in that time. And that's bad. You know?
Oh, God, really, really
Back in that time, that was smart.
sup with you.
That was smart.
For you to not feel the sting of death.
Yo, cunt, that's right. That's right. So this is
Because why? Because he knew the spirit that was in Elijah.
that's right, cunt,
His
that's
faith,
right.
because of his faith. The Lord said, you know what, I'm gonna bring fire down. When Elijah called him.
That was Yahweh's cousin. That's John the Baptist. You know, so you know who he meant to Yahweh, man. You know? But this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 18. I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel. And Elijah came unto all the people and said, How long halt ye between, Salakia, how long halt ye between two opinions? If Yahweh be power, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word. So he basically came and told them, man, right now, man, you got to pick a side, man. And that's the same thing we're telling you right now, man. You got to pick a side. But the Lord already chose it for you. And we know that. You know? Some of you niggas can't even pick what the fuck you gonna wear in the morning. So how you gonna choose what God to ride for? You fucking retarded ass niggas, man. But it says, verse 22. Then said Elijah unto the people, even I only, remain a prophet of Yahweh. But Baal's prophets are 450 men. Come on, man. That's one on 150. The prophets of Baal against the prophet of Yahweh, man. What he say? He said, I chose you not because you were many in number, because you were few.
Oh.
So he chose Elijah against 150 prophets, and he went up against them like what, man? Why? Because Elijah knew who he was. He knew about the angels, the chariots and all that, man. He knew that they was outnumbered. They didn't know that they was outnumbered.
Yo, but what were they really saying, though? About a statue?
Con.
What could they possibly be saying? Unless they wanted to get Connie.
Con.
Elijah actually had history to speak about.
That's right, Con. That's
He
right.
had forefathers before him.
That's right.
What the fuck were they saying?
Nothing.
Like that?
They wasn't very smart.
That wasn't smart at all.
Con. It says,
And then Elijah, yo, with the fire of this,
Con. Yeah, yo.
like, come on.
That's gangster, man.
Yeah, really.
That's what you really call gangster
Hell yeah.
for the Lord, man.
He ain't
Yahweh.
come with no guns
Nope.
or some Scarface shit.
Yup.
He said, yo, that's my power.
His gun sits in the heaven. You know? It says, Then said Elijah unto the people, I'm going to read that again. That was a thing. It says, Then said Elijah unto the people, even I only remain a prophet of Yahweh. But Baal's prophets are 450 men. And yo, that's why it says, go to them that go to Egypt for help. Because they trust in the chariots because they are many. You know? So these people was trusting in Baal because the prophets of Baal was many. They could see a lot of them. Then all they saw was Elijah like, this nigga, yo, he's a man of the Lord.
Yo, and you know,
You know?
there had to be niggas there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, yo, niggas follow the crowd.
Con, that's right.
People follow the crowd.
That's right.
What I mean niggas is I mean our people.
Yo, Con, that's right.
Because our people follow the crowd. Oh, I was like, oh, well, they doing it.
Yup. That's why the scriptures tell you.
That shit was like in slow motion.
The Matrix, that's what it's like.
All that noise. The car is screaming for help. The car wants salvation.
It says, verse 23. It says, let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut it in pieces, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under. And yo, this man, listen, Elijah about to spit some fire right now, bro. Because what he said to these people, yo, watch what he does right here. He says, and lay it on wood and put no fire under it. And I will dress the other bullock and lay it on wood and put no fire under it. And call ye upon Slakia, and call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of Yahweh, and the power that answereth by fire, let him be power. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. So check this out. It says, and Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal.
They're like, I bet.
Like, yo, what? Because they probably wanted to like that shit themselves. It says, and Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you 1 bullock for yourselves and dress it first. For ye are many, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire under it. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it and called on the name of Baal. From morning until noon, saying, it says, from morning unto noon, saying, O Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any answer, nor any that answered. And they leaped upon the altar which was made. So they got mad. So they called from morning to the afternoon on their God, man, to get this fire to come down. Yeah. So yo, Elijah, he even like, I'll let you go first. Like when you playing football, so they be like, yo, flip the coin, heads or tails. Oh, he could go first. You know, and it was more of them. But check it out. It says verse 27, and it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked him and said, cry aloud, for he is a God, Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey, or peradventure he sleepeth and must be awake. So
yo, you know Elijah was a funny one.
So he was coming at their God like, yo, like, yo, what's up with your man?
So at the same time, he was mocking him, he was giving him the benefit of the doubt. Knowing, like, get the fuck out.
Like they said, yo, whose man is this?
Yeah. That's funny. Because that's what we gonna be doing. That's what we doing now to these niggas, man. Mocking these stupid ass gods.
We're mocking. It says, verse 28. It says, and they cried aloud and cut themselves after their manner with knives and lancets.
These niggas is going crazy.
Till the blood gushed out upon them. Yo, so they got mad. Yo, these dudes actually got suicidal, man, because their God didn't come through for them. Why? Because they wasn't no real God, man. There wasn't no real power, man. The same gods that you niggas serve now, they're not real gods, and you're gonna find out real soon, man.
Right.
It says, and it came to pass when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice nor any to answer, nor any regarded. So they did this all day long, man. All day long, and you ain't get not one answer. He said, yo, what Jay-Z said, a gun in the bag, that's all you could come up with? Yo, Elijah was mocking the hell out of him. The same way, in the same way, we gonna laugh at your calamities and mock at you when you're gonna call on your God. And they don't answer your dumb asses, man. Because we out here telling you Israelites who your power is and his name and his son's name. But you care not to regard it, man. It says, and Elijah said unto the people, come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him. And he repaired the altar of Yahweh that was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones, which represented all 12 tribes of Israel, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of Yahweh came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. All right? So he gave reference to what? His forefather. All right? And to the God of his forefather, who that was his same God. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
Right.
Because Baal, who created you?
Yahweh.
No, Baal.
Yahweh created.
Right, but I'm saying like, nobody, all right, okay. Who created Yahweh? Nobody. So, there you go. So you got a nigga that created a statue, but they're not worshiping the nigga that created it. They're worshiping the statue. Like, yo, did you see how moronic that sounds? Like, yo, a chain or a big ass statue of Caesar. A man created that, but you're gonna worship. That's why the scriptures speak about the hand worshiping the creator. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that.
Now look, this how much murder Elijah kicked on these niggas. All right, it says now, mind you, when these heathens was praying about all day long, mind you, it was their wood was dry. It was nothing. They didn't put nothing on it. It was dry wood so that it could be ignited. So check it out. This is Elijah. It says, and he put the wood. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back to 32. It says, and with the stones he built an altar in the name of Yahweh, and he made the trench about the altar, as great as would contain 2 measures of seed. And he put the wood in order, and cut the bullocks in pieces, and laid him on the wood, and said, fill 4 barrels with water, and pour it on the burnt sacrifice and on the wood. So Elijah poured water on the wood to make it that much more difficult to be ignited. Furthermore, mocking Baal, man, and mocking these prophets of Baal, man. You know? And that's the power of our power. Why? Because he controls the elements, man. He controls all the elements, man. These other prophets and these damn devils, you don't control the elements, man. The Lord controls all that. He's in control of everything. You niggas not even controlling your own lives, man. But let you tell it you are. You know? It says,
we just say how the Lord can lift up stones.
That's right. And he put the stones on the altar. And not just that, to let you know that Elijah was in order, he put the stones in order on the altar. So that altar was completely in order with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. Ba'ashim Chakadash. Alright? It says, and he said, do it the second time. So he drinks that fucking altar, man. He drinks it. He poured water on it twice, not just once, man. And he said, do it the second time. And they did it the second time. And he said, do it the third time. And they did it the third time. And the water round about the altar. And he filled the trench also with water. So it was like a island, man. Surrounded around water, man. Right? It says, and the water ran round about the altar, and he filled the trench also with water. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Yahweh, power of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, let it be known this day that thou art power in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word. Hear me, O Yahweh, hear me, that this people may know that thou art Yahweh, power and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Then the fire of Yahweh fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the wood and stones, and the dust, and licked up the water that was in the trench. Come on, man. Come on, what's fucking with that? So it consumed everything. It said licked up the water. It even consumed the water. The fire consumed the water, man. And nowadays you use water to put out the fire. The fire put out the water, man.
That's heavy because I mentioned that earlier.
It says, and when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces and they said, Yahweh, he is the power, and Yahweh, he is the power. And Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal, let not one of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to the brook Kishon and slew them there.
Damn. There you go.
Not one of them escaped, man. And guess what? Not one of you prophets of Baal is going to escape now, man. You know?
How's listening, right? Yes.
So with that, man, yo, we know what type of power that we serve, man. You know? The Lord, yo, we serve a mighty power, man. Which I'm not sure that you people really understand who we serve out here. And then that's why the things that we read, you're going to start seeing things happen like that again right now.
Lord, you serve one. That was 1%.
So with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Arakah, Kadash. Double honors to the Apostle, Great Millstone, Shalom to the elect, and Mawafa Baba Bar. Until next week, Shalom.
Shalom.